what's up? Welcome back to Haley's Comment, or hey if you're new. Today I'm going to be setting my New Year's resolutions / reviewing my New Year's resolutions for last year. I was going to start this video with my new puppy in my arms and we were gonna say hey together, but he's finally like not being a spaz. He was literally running around my apartment, eating shoes, eating furniture, barking. So now that he's taking a nap, just going to let him be. Anyway, if you're new here, I make all sorts of sit down and talk type videos like this. I do story times, mukbangs, mental health videos, all that kind of good stuff. So if that sounds interesting at all, please subscribe. So I know that New Year's resolutions are kind of like, I don't know, like controversial kind of, I guess. Like people don't think that they're useful. I personally love New Year's resolutions. I used to always do them. Like I would always set my New Year's resolutions, but I would never follow through with them. And so I got to that point in my life where I was like,
New Year's resolutions are stupid.
Then I decided to try it again last year and I actually stuck to my goals. And now I'm like, yes, New Year's resolutions are great. And I think they can be great if you set smart goals, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So I'm gonna take a minute now to review my New Year's resolutions from last year. If you don't care, I will have a timestamp on the screen so that you can start setting your goals with me. But just to give you a little bit of motivation / inspiration, last year I set quite a few goals for myself. I told myself that I was going to be getting fit or taking my fitness more seriously, and I actually lost 29 pounds. I still do have a few weeks when filming this, so I'm hoping I will be able to say 30 pounds. But yeah, I lost this weight through a few different things. I started caring about what I was putting into my body. I've worked out a lot more this year than I have previously, not nearly enough, but still a lot more than I have before. But the number one thing that I did, which I've talked about in other videos, I went vegan, and that was actually one of my other goals for 2018. I officially went vegan in March, I believe. So it's been a minute now, so that's great. Another goal that I had was I wanted to start a YouTube channel. Obviously that worked out for me. I've always wanted to have a YouTube channel my whole life. Now that I've started, now that I've gotten going, like I'm not gonna quit. You need to have that mentality of starting something. Those were like pretty much all my New Year's resolutions. I did have one other one that I did not accomplish, and that was I wanted to write every single day. When I was planning out my New Year's resolutions, I knew that that wasn't gonna happen. Like I knew that going into it, so that was honestly a bad resolution. You need to set attainable goals, and I didn't like try to plan out how I was gonna work up to it. I was just like, I'm gonna suddenly write every day. Like it didn't work, obviously. So even though that didn't work out, I'm very pleased with how my year went because the goals that I was taking seriously, going vegan, starting a YouTube channel, losing weight, I actually did accomplish those. I really hope that your New Year's resolutions came true. If you didn't stick to it, that's okay. You have that time, that clean slate right now to get going and make 2019 your year. So basically, I'm just going to be setting some goals for myself. There's a bunch of different like planning sheets that you can look up and download for free. I'm not doing any of those. I just kind of created a Google Doc based on what a lot of those planning sheets have on them. I have my computer right here if you're wondering what I'm looking at. So people say that it's super important to have a year theme. And I've put a lot of thought into this already, and what I think I want to do is balance and consistency. I think the yearly themes should like piggyback off of one another. If you have two completely different yearly themes, like it's gonna be too much. You're gonna be overloaded with goals. But I think balance and consistency go hand in hand really well. So I'm gonna write that down. Right now in my life, I am just like all over the place. Like I will be on my YouTube grind, like I will be getting videos done, I will be editing for hours and hours and hours, and then I do nothing. I've always been this way. Like I work myself to the point where I'm burnt out and then I need to take a step back. I need to just like have a consistent schedule of I'm gonna work this many hours every day, not just YouTube too. I actually just accepted another part-time job and the hours are at the same time every single week. So yeah, that's kind of my main thing that I mean in terms of balance. By being more reasonable, I will be able to be more consistent in my life. So last night I was kind of thinking about like what should my work-life balance be, and I want to be spending around 25 hours a week doing YouTube. Like I'm gonna have to be faster at the things that I do. A lot of times I spend a long time doing very like tedious things that not a lot of people are probably even noticing. So I need to stop doing that and like just focus on the big picture. Okay, so 25 hours of YouTube. Now I figured out my work will be right around 23 hours a week. So that's right around the same amount of time doing YouTube and work, which is almost 50 hours a week, which I think is very reasonable for a work schedule. Okay, so this is something we did in college. When I first joined a sorority, they were trying to help us manage our time better, but something they had us do was figure out like how much time we spend in class, how much time we spend working, add those together, subtract sleep, and then the rest of it is like free time, which like is not true. And it kind of pissed me off at the moment of doing it. That doesn't include homework, driving to work, or getting ready in the morning. It makes it look like you have a lot more free time than you actually do have. Whatever, I'm just gonna do it for the sake of this so I can kind of visualize how much time I have. Okay, so if I want to sleep 8 hours a night, how much is that per week? 56 hours minus 25 minus 23 minus 56. So technically I have 64 hours of free time, not including commute, not including all of the things that aren't really free time. During my free time, I want to spend the time writing, working out. I want to listen to audiobooks. What else should I do? I want to meditate. Well, obviously I want to watch YouTube videos, like that's my passion. And then obviously, okay, clean, and then meals. Consistency, I feel like I don't really need to break that down. It kind of speaks for itself. Let's move on to brainstorm goals. So I wrote down more of and less of because I've noticed that's a common thing on New Year's resolution, like planning sheets. And I think that's a great way to look at it. Like you want to do more of these things. I feel like that's how we all set our New Year's resolution goals, but we never look at like, okay, what do I need to cut out of my life in order for that to work? So I kind of already talked about how I want to be working out more consistently. So I'm definitely going to write that down. What about writing? Obviously. Listening to audiobooks, meditating, planning ahead. I want to plan ahead better, which is good because that's what I'm literally doing right now. Wake up early. Yeah, I think that's a good list of goals. You don't want to have too many, I feel like, because it's not gonna work. Okay, less of. I want to waste less time. Yeah, I should say wasting time. Because sitting around on my phone watching YouTube videos is wasting time. Should I give up watching YouTube videos? No, because I love YouTube. I could be watching YouTube videos while unloading the dishwasher. On my commute to work, I could be listening to an audiobook. Less of burning myself out. Less of one slip up making me feel like everything's ruined. Yeah, because I feel like that's something we all do. It's like we start out the year, we have all these plans, we don't do them, and then we're like, oh, all is lost. Okay, I feel like that's a good list of goals. So let's move on to my SMART resolutions. This is something that all YouTubers who do this kind of videos talk about. Basically, it's just like an acronym for you to be able to set smarter New Year's resolutions, as it suggests. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. A lot of those are kind of repetitive. Goal number 1, follow a set schedule. I think that will help me a lot. Now that I'm gonna have consistent work hours, it's gonna be a lot easier to set a schedule for me. I want to wake up at the same time every day. I want to eat at the same time every day, make YouTube videos at the same time every day. I think if I have a set schedule, it's going to be a lot easier to have balance in my life and then have consistency in my life as well. Yeah. Obviously that's measurable because I could look at my day in contrast to the schedule that I set for myself and see, like, you know, if I actually did it. Goal number 2. I really want to work out 5 times a week. So I'm gonna set that goal for myself. Now the thing is, in the timeline part, I'm gonna kind of talk more about how I'm gonna get to these goals. I'm not gonna suddenly wake up one day and like follow a set schedule, and I'm not gonna suddenly wake up and work out 5 days a week, but I think by the end of the year, working out 5 days a week is an attainable goal. I wanna have 1 day off a week. Having one set day every single week that I have off will be a good time to refresh myself, take a minute to take a break. I think that will be very helpful in like restarting myself for the week so that I don't get burnt out like I always do. I think this is a good SMART resolution list. If I look at my brainstorming goals, it matches up with that. Alright, so next I'm going to break down the timeline of the year. This is the part that I'm most worried about because I'm gonna feel like if I don't do a goal for a month that like all is lost. As I said, I'm gonna try not to be that way this year, but I do think it's good to break down your goals because working out 5 days a week is not attainable at this point in my life, but it will be. Just wait, guys. So I don't think I should be starting all of these right away. If I try to do that, I will definitely fail. But number 1 and number 3 can definitely be done together because following a set schedule and then having one day off a week, like I can just plan that into my schedule. I'm gonna have those two be my first half. Then my second half is going to be focusing on working out 5 times a week. They all kind of go hand in hand, which is good, but I don't want to try and do it all at once. Then I broke it down into like quarters of the year so that it'll seem easier. So my goal for my first quarter will be developing that schedule and sticking to it. I hate trying to spell schedule. I know that I spell it completely wrong every single time because I'm a moron, but that's a thing. So then quarter 2, what should I be doing? Why is this harder than I thought it was going to be? Suppose I could implement more working out into my routine quarter 2. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put that in quarter 3. And for quarter 2, I'm going to make use of free time. What I mean by that is figuring out how every minute of my day could be productive in some way. Okay, so quarter 3, as I said, implement more working out in schedule. By quarter 4, I want to start working out 5 times a week. That's a good rough outline. Now I just gotta figure out what I'm gonna do month by month. Obviously, January is easy. I'm going to develop that schedule. I think it's not just writing it out, but it's like testing it out, seeing what actually works for me in real life. February should then be reviewing the schedule, figuring out what worked, what didn't work, tweaking it. Then March should definitely be... Sorry that it looks different. Ran out of space on my phone. What's new? One of my New Year's resolutions should literally be buying a camera that I can use memory cards for, but I'm just don't have the money, so that's not gonna work out. Anyway, until then, we're just gonna have random jump cuts that were not intentional. Okay, back to this. All right, so as I was saying, March should obviously be then the challenge of sticking to that schedule that I've developed and worked on. Make use of free time. What in the hell? How am I gonna get to that point? I'm gonna put multitask. Actually, that should be May. Sorry, if you guys can't tell, I'm literally doing this like with you guys. A lot of times the YouTubers will have it like all done, but it's like not done, and then they'll have it all like, suddenly it's done. No, this is legit. Like I am planning this with you right now. I hope that you're doing it too. How would I say replace wasted time with productivity by multitasking? So June, I think I'm gonna have the end of all of these be like stick to whatever I did. Maybe May should be cut out all or like nearly all. Is that attainable though? Save wasting time for 1 hour a day and on Sundays. I think 1 hour a day is attainable. Don't you guys? Now I do want to be working out through all of this. I don't want to like be doing workout 1 day a week, then 2 days. Like no, during the first half, I should be working out 1 to 2 to 3 days a week. So I'm gonna start July with consistently working out 3 days a week. August, work out 4 days a week. Now should September be sticking to my workout? I feel like I can go to 5 in September. I'm gonna work out 5 days a week. So I think my next challenge then will be in the last quarter of the year, sticking to working out 5 days a week, because getting myself to do it for a month is one thing, but getting myself to do it for then 4 months, that's an entirely other thing. And then it will be a habit by the end of the year. So October should be, I do want to post more fitness related videos, like fitness and nutrition type videos on my channel. So maybe, that's my dog with the squeaky toy. So maybe in October that will be a good time to do that. And I'm gonna say content, not just videos. Not saying I'm not gonna do that before then, but I think that will be a good time to focus on it. I just wanna do accountability related things that month to make me stick to it. Maybe in November I should join a class. I don't know. I don't wanna like force myself into joining a class if I don't want to, but I think a class or like a workout buddy would be good for me. I'm gonna do find a source of accountability besides content. Maybe I should just stick to schedule. Yeah, I think that's good. So that actually sounds good. That sounds attainable. Also, it seems like, oh my gosh, this month I'm doing this month I'm doing that. But think about it, that's 4 weeks to get your crap together. All right, we are in the home stretch. So something I didn't do last year was provide myself with a reward to, I guess, give me something to look forward to for accomplishing these goals. Obviously, the main thing to look forward to is to have consistency and balance in my life. But if that isn't a reward enough, I want to have an external reward, especially because I have ADHD. That's something they say people with ADHD really need external rewards because our internal motivation is not as refined as most other people's. I think external rewards are super important when you have huge goals like this. I think these are kind of big goals, but I'm gonna accomplish them. I'm gonna do it. So what should my reward be? I want to get a tattoo. I'm gonna get one in like a week. By the time you watch this video, I will probably actually have that tattoo. But maybe another tattoo next year at this time. Like if I follow through, I will be able to do it at the end of the year. What else should I do? Maybe I should do a photo shoot. I think that would be fun. Not saying I can't do photo shoots before that, but maybe like pay a photographer for an actual photo shoot. New tattoo and then photo shoot. I don't really feel like I need to go into detail with that. I'm done. I have a plan. All right, I feel good about this. I'm excited to go into the new year with this plan, with this mentality of I'm going to accomplish all of these things. I really hope that this helped you guys figure out what the heck you're wanting out of next year. We all want so many great things for ourselves that it's hard to break it down into like manageable goals. I might even, actually I probably will maybe do updates on quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, so that you guys are able to see my progress. That will hold me accountable, as well as I could kind of give you guys that subtle push, that check up, like, hey, what have you done? Happy New Year, guys. I'm so excited for it to be 2019. It's gonna be a great year. You've got this. Please comment down below what your yearly themes are, what your SMART resolution goals are. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and click subscribe and turn on the bell. Be prepared for me to be making more of this type of video. I want to do fitness videos, I want to do health videos, I want to do like bettering your life videos besides just my mental health videos. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you next time. Bye.